All right. Are we live? What's good, great people? I am Ezel Moon, and I have a special guest in the building today. Dawn Vitto shall be joining me for a frank conversation. She is a manager, host of the 502 podcast show, as well as so many more things. And she might be an award winner, but we're going to talk about that. Intro. And we're back. What's going on?
What's up?
How you feeling?
I'm a little under the weather, but the show must go on.
The show must go on. We got to keep trucking. Thank you so much for joining me this evening for a frank conversation. I'm absolutely honored to have you. You have already been pretty instrumental within my own life. With getting myself an interview with one of your artists, and I really do appreciate that.
We definitely do too.
Yeah, we wishing him the best, as he deals with things that he's currently dealing with. But tonight's show is about you. Talk to us, about some of the events that put you in a place to become a manager, as well as a host and entertainer.
It actually started with the management. Yanni, we've been friends since we was 9 years old. Well, Yanni, I love you and I miss you to death. But we've been friends since we was 9 years old, and he's always been a rapper. Like you said, he's always been a rapper. But when he decided he wanted to take it seriously, he came to me. He was like, "You one of the smartest, most organized friends that I get. You're gonna be my manager." And it wasn't like he didn't ask me. He was just like, "This is what we gonna do. And you gonna do it." So, of course, me, I accepted the job. That trickled off into hosting. So in my mind, the fastest way to get to the DJs and to become friends with the DJs, and of course have the DJs spin our records, is if I'm hosting the shows that they're DJing. So I don't know. I just started in the strip clubs,
For sure.
I started in the strip clubs, and as the DJs came through there, I befriended them, but I was actually good at that hosting shit. And I was like, oh shit, So I don't know. At this point, I made it out of the strip clubs. I do a Taco Tuesday every Tuesday at the Afro Cons Lounge here in Louisville, Kentucky. And, then the managing thing, OBI Productions, he came along, he needed management, which he's a production company. He's awesome. Shout out to him. And that came with the podcast show, the 502 podcast show, which is just, like a variety show for us, a few podcasts, performances, comedies, it's like a whole thing. And it's just been going from there. Like people book me for birthday parties and special events and stuff like that. I'm like, oh shit, okay. It just happened. I don't know.
It's kind of crazy how it starts with just one single event and then it snowballs into something even greater, and people start to recognize you for your talents, and then they start placing you in these different spots to reflect that talent as well as to even grow it. I wonder, as you've been going through and doing all these things, as we grow, our goals tend to evolve. Talk to us about what you wanted to do, and versus what your path is leading to you to right now.
When I started, I really just wanted to be friends with the DJs to get my artist music out.
Right.
At this point, I see me at the Emmys.
Nice.
With a nice blonde white wig as I get older, hosting the Emmys, the Grammys, or something like that. Just, I don't know, I absolutely love hosting. And it is the difference between host and hype man, because people get that confused. I'm not a big screamer, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes time to dialogue, keep the crowd going, things like that, I am so good at that. And that's where I want to put my talent, something big like that.
Absolutely. You've amassed a network of, individuals that you feel like you believe in and that believe in you. How do you know when you run across someone with talent?
It's a soul thing. You can feel that type of thing. Talent comes from within. Anybody can do anything. like literally anybody can literally do anything. But when you see someone put a piece of art out or put something that they've created out and it actually moves people, and they don't have a big name behind them, they don't have a lot of money behind them, they don't have a lot of clap behind them, but they can still move the people around them, that's how you know that is God-given talent. So it's more of a feeling, you know.
Mm. You know, I wonder what that like how do you cultivate that though, right? You get the feeling, you find
Mm-hmm.
the you say, okay, well, you know what, I want to put them in these places, but how do you cultivate that talent within the individual?
That is, you really can't do that with everybody.
Mm.
Everybody knows the saying, you can lead the horse to the water, but you
Right.
can't make him drink.
Mm.
That is something you can, it's not something you can do with everybody. I know plenty talented people right now, and they pick so many other things they would rather do or focus on. And only thing that I can do is put the opportunity in front of them and pray to God that they take it.
Mm.
Like, but as far as I don't know, that it's just not a thing for everybody. It's just not.
Where do you, what part where do you feel, or where and when do you feel like, hey, this person is not ready or is not cut out for this lifestyle or this or the goal in which they're seeking?
You know, I watch people over time. Like me, I'm Aquarius. My birthday's coming up on Saturday. But anyway,
Okay,
like
okay.
me, I watch people over a certain amount of time because, you know, first impressions, everybody say they're so important. But like right now, I look like a cancer patient. I'm sick. So the people that see me for the first time, they probably like, ugh. But so, you know what I'm saying? Like habits play a big part in people's life. And after you display certain habits and, you know, it doesn't add up to what the end goal is, that's when you're supposed to take a step back. Okay, you know you're supposed to do this, but every single time this comes up, you do this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you're supposed to be into this, but you are so focused on this that this is getting, you know, it's getting
Mm.
pushed out. Like after I see habits, you know, you got to take a step back. You know, my time is so precious and I cannot waste it. And I understand people, you could want something all day long. You could want something all day long and you can dream about it. But if you're not putting emotion and the actions behind it, the habits behind it, you are going to be in the same place. And those people that seem to be in the same place, even after, you know, a big opportunity come through and let me get a big, you know, I'm gonna move on it. You know what I'm saying? You get a big
Absolutely.
opportunity 3-4 months later, you still that tells me everything I need to know. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
that's exactly how you know.
Talk to us about, your upbringing, and what you gained from it that prepared you for the path that you're on right now.
Ooh, that is a good personal question. And honestly, my personal life is so private. I'm gonna tell you a secret. People that I went to school with don't even know my real name. Like I was in their class, like they got the first name down, but as far as my last name, they are lost in the sauce. The girl told me that last night in the club. She's like, you know what, sister? What is your? And I was like, mind your business. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
I was raised in a good old common ghetto household. You know what I'm saying? Good common ghetto household. Mental illness played a huge part in the upbringing. Thank God that I was one with a different father because my daddy's genes helped me a whole lot. Um, to put it short, my mom was crazy, but everybody says it, but y'all don't know. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Like, I wasn't allowed to flourish at all. Like literally, it was against her rules. No after school activities,
Right.
no interaction with humans outside of having to go to school, and that was by law. And let me tell y'all, sometimes I didn't even have to go to school. By the time I was in like the 6th grade, she figured out how to do the homeschooling thing. Anytime she felt like pulling us out of school to go on homeschool, she did that. So sometimes that wasn't even allowed, you know, to be able to go to school and interact. So I grew up in a household to where I learned how to cook and clean and, you know, be a woman. I seen firsthand, learn how to scam early on in age, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, it's just you know, it's what was in the household. Everything that she was, I guess, trying to protect us from the streets was right in the house. I mean, there was no drugs or nothing in there, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, anything that she could probably think of, it was probably going on in there. So it just shaped me to, like, I don't know, I'm naturally rebellious, you know. Like I said, I'm Aquarius, so it automatically made me want to get out and see what the fuck she was hiding from me from the world.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie.
I think that's one of the things about it, right? You want to protect the kids, but you know, you try to do a little bit too much, and you don't give them the right exposure. Then guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna go seek it out. That's exactly what happened. That's literally what happened with me. I tried to seek things out that, you know, my people were trying to keep me from, and you know, it was honestly just detrimental in some of the decision making that you know, some of the decision making that in my life, you know, I feel as if that that, you know, because what is the right balance for that? Right?
There's no cookbook to that. There's really, it's no cookbook. I consider myself blessed because it's not like she just tried to hide it from us. She actually told us what it is and what it wasn't. So when I did go out there, I didn't make a whole lot of bad decisions. I'm probably the worst decision I did. I had a baby at 15 years old. So me at 30, I have a 15-year-old son. You know what I'm saying? And I did everything I could to raise him a little bit different. He's a great kid. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe I did that as a child, you know, like, I'm
right.
Are you sure? Like, but outside of that, I didn't do no hard drugs, you know what I'm saying? I ain't fall into the wrong crowds, and I could have, because we grew up in the hood. Like, it's still down there. All that shit's still down there. I never fell into the wrong thing, but I definitely went out there to see what the fuck was going on. And as a parent, as a young parent, I could tell you there's no cookbook today, because I put everything that my son needed into him. He still surprises me. Like, because some of that stuff that I didn't put him in, I fully blame his father, but whatever. Like, there's no cookbook to it. So, like, we be out here doing the best that we can, and, you know, trying not to do what our elders did. And there was a lot of things. I came out in the 90s. Breaking the generational curses. I believe our generation did that. We seen what was wrong with this, that, and we went against it. So maybe that's why a generation XYZ, whichever one they on. That's why, you know, I have faith in those kids. I have faith in those kids. They do not play that stuff. That old timey ass shit. They do not. So you feel me? I did that.
No, they really they are a lot different than those. So I was 1990, right? So they're a whole lot different from us in the sense that you can't just tell them what to do. You have to give them the reason why so that they have an understanding. They're the most why asking generation. And honestly speaking, the next generation after them, I think it's going to be even more like of a question of, well, you know, because the one before us, all they did, you tell them what to do immediately, they're going to do it. That's all
they did it without no question. Yeah.
Us, you could tell us what to do, but we were going to think about, like, well, what's the point? What's going on?
Do you know that don't make sense? But we gonna do it because we don't want to answer.
Exactly. We don't, you know, and then we're gonna go try to seek out the reasoning behind it. That was we were the most inquisitive generation there is. The next generation, they came along and said, "You're gonna have to tell me why." I'm sorry, I don't know about none of that.
Because I said so shit does not fly with them.
Does not work with them.
Yeah,
it does not.
So and I dig. I'm not even mad about it. I don't believe, you know, we come from a generation where talking back was something serious.
Yeah,
I didn't never raise, like, if you have a feeling, I always let him express how he felt and his thoughts and things like that. So I never believed in that talking back. If you got something to say it, because I don't know, as Kanye West said, there's nothing the older people can teach me. I want to learn from the younger. No, I felt that completely. Like, if you have something, say that. You know what I'm saying? And that's how he is, and that's how he was raised. Then, you know, I couldn't ask for a better fucking kid. I couldn't. I couldn't.
No, I feel as if you have to be able to, you got to give them a certain level of space because, you know, and and shout out to my son's mother. You know, her and I, we do definitely see, you know, eye to eye when it comes to our son, right?
Mm-hmm.
She it's you know she's doing the absolute best that she can, and you know I'm doing the best that I can. And what it has become is that when it comes to respect, we mirror that. You know what respect looks like, and
Mm-hmm.
that's why part of the reason why, like, you know, the manner in which, you know, we have a conversation with one another, it is within, you know, a tone of respect for one another, and nothing else. Like, we, you know, just because we want that impression upon, you know, upon him. You know, I wholeheartedly think that if we can get into a mindset of where, hey, we can put this next generation of kids into a mindset of, hey, you want respect, you have to show respect. Then, in fact, you know, we're gonna make then these kids are gonna be absolutely amazing. They're gonna be better
Mm-hmm.
than, you know, what it is prior. Because a lot of us, honestly, we shut that down. A lot of us, from especially those who were in the hood. No, I'm gonna take my respect. You
Right.
know what I'm
And if
saying?
you ain't giving it, I don't think
Yeah,
it's over there. I'm not giving it. Yeah, that's exactly how it was.
I'm gonna die by my respect. You
Yes,
know,
Lord.
you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like,
I had to grow out of that. Yes,
exactly, like
Lord.
you got it, like it don't gotta be that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, no,
so,
and that's absolutely true.
you know, so I think that's my thought process. What are your thoughts?
As far as the respect when it comes to the children,
Mm-hmm.
um, I just want them to be kinder, honestly.
Yeah.
And that plays a big part. And I'm gonna say this, and a lot of people gonna be like, "What?" But the music and the things they see and the things they consume,
Mm-hmm.
it's not gonna help our children. Like, I absolutely love Young Boy, and I appreciate him taking the responsibility that he took in that last interview, for the music that he put out, and how he said, you know, how many people's lives did I affect with the
Mm-hmm.
things that I said in these raps? And I
Mm-hmm.
respect that, because one thing Boosie's not gonna do is that same thing. And I know for a fact, I was there. That man changed a whole lot of the culture in the hood
Yep.
when it came to gang, gang, bang, bang, slang, slang. You know what I'm saying? He's not going
Right.
to take that responsibility. But Young Boy absolutely did. So, like, when we can actually cleanse them of what they're intaking,
Mm-hmm.
and bring that kindness out of them, it is okay to be kind. you,
Right.
you do not have to, you know what I'm
Young.
saying? It is
Yeah.
okay. You know, like,
Young.
I believe we'll be all right. I don't even think it's respect. I think, you know, because they're going to give the respect to whoever they deem necessary.
Exactly. But a lot of the people whom they deem necessary are a lot of the people who, like I said, I die behind mines, you know. And my but the thing is, I wholeheartedly agree with you. The music, the things in which people consume are not helping them. Um, but it's like it just sounds good. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I go to the gym a lot. A lot of things that I listen to in the gym is all I'm wheeling and dealing in my head while I'm working
Mm-hmm.
out. You know,
Mm-hmm.
because that's what's gonna help me. I can't,
Yeah, keep him
you
up.
know, I
No,
can't be
I'm
in
with
there
you.
listening to More Than a Woman while I'm, you know, trying to push out my next set. You know, I gotta think. I gotta listen to something that I feel like will help. You know, something that's thumping for me personally. You know, but I always believe in time and place. You know, time and place for different things. But you know, what exactly is the time and place for? You know, I'm out here on the corner slinging dope, whoop whoop.
I
Because
think
a
it's
lot of
not
this,
a time and place thing. I think it's an age restriction thing. If
I
our children's not old enough to buy tobacco and buy liquor and enlist
right,
in the motherfucking army, they shouldn't be able to listen to things that will alter their thinking. You know what I'm
right,
saying? That's
right.
just how I always felt about it. We're grown. I
It's
listen to all that gang, gang, bang, bang shit. I
right.
do, I do. But I can understand. I'm about to go, you know, do some
Yeah,
homework.
exactly. I'm about to go to
And I can
work.
be
You
like,
know,
yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am, while I'm doing it. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
Like
I
I
can do
have a
it.
job. Like,
Yeah, you know. They
But
don't understand that. They take it in and they think, okay, this is life.
right,
That's
and a
not
lot
life.
and a lot of them is it's not their life. A lot of the people, and the funniest and the weirdest part about it is that for some of them, right, those artists, that's not their life. That's either their brother life, their uncle life, something that they observed, or them just being able to really, really write that stuff. You know, uh, and for other people, no, that was them. Like that was
Yeah.
actually them, and you're seeing some of the consequences of those actions. We got we got court systems that are saying, no, them lyrics that you just used, no, that stuff that you said on that track
Right.
that
We
just
can
went number
line that
one,
up with a
yeah,
case. What
go
are
ahead.
you talking? Yeah.
We're gonna put that in this court right here. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so it's
Yeah, for sure.
it's intriguing because I also one of the things that I think about is that there are people that have literally spoke their lives into existence with the words that they said on the
Yeah.
track. Big Sean made a quote about that. He's like, man, I said this on the track before I went to go do this, you know? So I wonder,
Again,
for,
Kanye West.
yeah,
Go back, man. His whole life he laid out
he
in the
literally
first
did.
two albums.
Yeah, he did.
He
He literally
did for sure. No, that's a real thing.
he spoke his future into existence. So for you in particular, what are you speaking into existence for your future?
For my future, whew, my gosh. Like I said, I want to host the Emmys. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like I absolutely love my city. I love Louisville, Kentucky, but I'm so much bigger than this.
Right.
And at this point, with everything my artist got going on, I got to be the ride out of here because when he comes home,
Yeah.
I got to be able to say, this is what we've accomplished. You know what I'm saying? This is what I've done for us.
Right.
I have a child on his way to college. And
Right.
although the first 2 years of that is paid for, mommy, daddy go hard. I would like for the other 2 years
To
to be
be
paid
paid
for.
for as well.
I have a toddler, a big gap, 11 years apart. I have a 4-year-old. I want him to go to private school when he starts school. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I want a life to where I can control what's going on. Freedom. And some people think, oh, you have to be financial. Yeah, that plays a big part, but knowing what's going on and having the actual say in it, that plays a big part too. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. I would like to not go down as a statistic for anything else, whether that's food consumption, whether that, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like any type, I want full freedom of what's going on with me and the children that came from me, the people that's around me. And I mean, that's what I can see. That's the only thing I'm focused on.
I feel that. I wholeheartedly feel that. You want I if there's one thing that I can honestly say that I respect about you, it's the fact that you want the best for you and yours. And something so powerful about what you said. You are literally trying to make sure that you hold down someone else's dreams while they go and they have to go do it. And hey man, it's a and excuse me while I break character really quickly. Hey man, free Yanni till it's backwards. You
Till
dig?
it's backwards.
Free Yanni till it's backwards.
I love you.
I'm playing, man. I got to, so you got to,
Okay.
you got to
Back
do
to
it.
professionalism.
Back to the professionalism.
Yeah.
So, you know, your dreams in which you are undertaking. I'm going to be speaking that into existence for you as well. I'm gonna see you at the Emmys one day. I really will.
We both gonna be there. Cheers.
Salute. We have. I'm going to go ahead and give you this question before we go into our commercial break.
Okay.
But I wanted, it's hard to find balance, and we live in a society that promotes sleep when you're dead. And I wonder for you, how far are you on your quest in finding balance in your life, especially with all of the things in which you're undertaking and trying to hold down? Think about that question. We about to, I know, right? think about think about that question while we go ahead and we go to commercial.
Support of people of color begins with support by people of color. Introducing Melanin People. Melanin People is a new innovative new social media platform people of color from all around the world. It's a place for us to interact, showcase our talents, express our passions, share our cultures, and do business, both locally and internationally. Download the Melanin People mobile app now, connecting people of color.
All right.
Oh,
And
shit. That was a quick commercial. I was expecting that. Oh, fuck.
You got you.
Okay. Yo, shit.
I'm so sorry. You gotta love it. This is a live interview. You gotta love it. For those of y'all who don't know it and you're just joining us, I am here with Dawn Vitto. We are on the He Said What Network, and this is a frank conversation. So before we went to break, I posed the question about how hard it is to find balance in this life, especially in a society that promotes sleep when you're dead. And so, I was just wondering, where are you on your quest on finding balance in your life, especially with all the different things that you're undertaking?
God's honest truth, I do not sleep. Let me explain this, okay? Like I said, my children are 11 years apart. I have a 15-year-old, but I also have a 4-year-old. And God blessed me with him, and he's autistic. His days and nights are mixed up. So he's asleep right now. He's going to wake up in about an hour or so, ready for his day. So that plays a huge part. I work nights. I work days.
Right.
I sleep about 3 or 4 hours, maybe 5 on a good day. There is absolutely no balance. Everything runs into each other. And honestly, I don't feel like it's life-threatening. I don't feel like it's life-threatening. To sleep 8 hours a day and it's only 24 hours in a day. How are you getting anything done? Right. I have so many businesses. I decorate houses. I host. I'm a manager. Like, I have so much going on. Like, any small little niche of time, cool, let me go find these end tables for this family room. You know what I'm saying? Let me get this. Like, I'm always doing something. So I guess it's just like a cycle. The balance So
in your mind, from what I'm gathering is that to you, balance isn't as important. Is making sure that you get what you need done. That's valued a little bit more to you.
Yeah. I mean, I think the balance is the support that comes with it. Who is in your corner to help you keep it going? And I'm not gonna lie, my support system has always been A1 since day one. I had a kid really, really young. His father's family. Oh my God, his father's family was like dream. Like, people be like, how do you, and it just happened and it really just happened like that. And my new son, they have different fathers and so far apart. Same thing. Oh, these people are wonderful, but I don't know. Maybe that's just my judgment in people. But the support system has to be on point. That's where the balance come in. Who do you have in your corner that's going to help you keep going? Because there's no way I can do any of this without the support behind me. And that is a fact. That's a fact.
What do you feel like are some success indicators on what a good day is to you, as far as like, hey, getting the things that you need done?
A success, getting them done in one day. And that's just as far as my businesses and things like that. Like I said, I decorate people's houses and all type of things. I style people for events and stuff like that. So getting all that done, like a new client come in and I got it all done in one day, that's success. As far as the entertainment business, like Thursday I was out at an event and I walked in. I'm always late. I'm sorry, y'all. It's in my contract. I will be an hour to an hour and 30 minutes late if I'm booked. But if I'm just coming to your... Oh, did we lose? I'm on D&D. I don't know how she got through. I might be later. So I walked in really, really late and it was a group of girls came up to me and was like, "Oh, you Dawn Vitto, right?" I was like, "Yeah." They was like, "Well, she throws parties and we want you to," like, the people that I don't know, never seen before, that knows who I am, that absolutely accepts me and, "Oh, I love you, person." That is success, because it takes love to get anywhere in this entertainment business. And to actually see and feel the love when I'm outside, and I'm just a normal gal, you know what I'm saying? Like, I usually don't come out unless I'm booked or my name's attached to it or something like that. Like, I just don't be out in the clubs partying and stuff. Like, so when I am out and people be funny. They don't want to let you know they be watching, you know what I'm saying? That's weird or whatever, you know how they do nowadays. So for the people that actually could see past it and think past it and actually approach me, man, that is absolute success to me. I appreciate that type of thing.
What kind of food is Louisville known for? Louisville, my bad.
Indies. Indies chicken. We don't eat KFC.
Got you. Indies chicken. All right. So I need to know.
Chicken, man. You got to get some of that. That stuff slapping.
Okay. All right. What's some unique slang to Louisville?
I don't know. Let me see. Oh, they add 3 letters to the end of any word. So let me see. And it's LaFa. Okay, so let me think.
What?
Because I don't use it, but everybody else does. So they be like, "I'm drunk LaFa." No, I'm not. I cannot make it. So they be like, "I'm drunk LaFa." I'll be like, "Okay." Or Ington. She's Baddington, or something like that. Like,
oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, man, we country, but listen, don't judge us.
I will not. What brings you joy, LaFa?
That's exactly how it works too. My children being happy, a good ass Indian meal. I love Indian food. And shopping. Yeah, I got a problem with that stuff. I love clothes.
That sounds good. I've wholeheartedly been enjoying this time. I want to get into the goal of the show. Why I do this, and that is philanthropy. Garnering support from the onlookers and putting it towards a charity or nonprofit that you care about. What charity are we spotlighting today? Giving a shout out to, and why is the cause that it faces so important to you?
Okay, my sister, and I promise this is my real sister. Her name is Paris Hilton. Some of y'all might know her. She has a charity and she has an organization focused on changing the way they treat juveniles in detention centers. And as rich as she is, I don't know if y'all know, but go pay attention. As rich as she is and the background she comes from, when she was sent away to camp, she was treated horribly as discipline. Mm-hmm. That was her taste of American medicine. Okay. She has a whole charity. I wish I knew the name of it right now, but I don't. I'm so sorry. She has a charity and an organization that is determined to change the way the laws and the procedures are for our juvenile children. We all could look at school systems and see they are pre-jail. It all looks the same. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So if we can start with maybe changing how they do the juveniles, we can expand and change our rehabilitation system when it comes to the adult jails. Because let's keep it real, they not rehabilitating shit in there. Okay, they just it's an ongoing cycle and process. So I'm really feeling her charity. I'm really feeling that organization. I believe in that.
All right. So we're going to definitely make sure that we shout them. We're going to definitely make sure that we tag them to this video. That way, those who are under the sound of our voices and be so inspired by our conversation that they will actually decide to donate to that charity. I thank you again so much for your time, your energy, your effort, all that you've done, and all that you are doing. We always like to close with words of wisdom, though, for the next generation. That's our tradition around here on A Frank Conversation. So I ask you, what words of wisdom would you have for those who are seeking talented people to manage?
for those who are seeking talented people to manage. I would like my words of wisdom to be a cast to overall. I heard what you said. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But listen, in the entertainment business,
Mm-hmm.
there are going to be so many people to tell you you're too this, you're too that, you can't this, you can't that. We don't want this, but we want that. And none of it is going to make sense. Ignore it all. Ignore it all. If you have a light inside of you that you can't see yourself, please believe me that your naysayers always see it first. And before you realize it, they're going to try to shut that down, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Don't listen to those people. Do you authentically? That's the key, authentically. Because we have a million of those and we have a million of that. We don't have no use, okay? And that's what's going to be your breakthrough. That's how you're going to make it.
Man, come on, man. You spoke a word right there.
That was off the top of the dome. You know, I just...
Look, I see it, girl.
No, but I really feel that from... I'm telling you, trust me. I mean it from the bottom of my heart.
Yeah, no, that's something that I'm gonna be reflecting on as I continue this journey to trying to be one of the greatest interviewers of all time. I mean, that is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Dawn, thank you so much. You know, I'm speaking nothing but life, peace, blessings over you, your family, as you continue to move forward. Man, we got this. I'll see you at the top.
I see you at the top, friend.
All right, outro.